Whoops. Hey guys, this is Dan from Avant Novus. Hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. I'm getting live streams out. Today I've got a couple things to show you really quick. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Just two cool things, and a way to help you make more dungeon environments, dungeon maps, and a couple other things. Let's just get into it really quick. First off, I have new brushes available for free on the Avant Novus website. Select these first 5. This is just kind of a reminder because someone asked me this, so I'll share it again. The way you import brushes from Photoshop, you go, of course, to your sticker spray right here. You go into your presets. Let's say I want to make a new group. We'll go with that. We'll create a new group, and we'll call this brushes. Probably spelled that wrong. And then if we want to import any type of Photoshop brush, you just import Photoshop brush. Let's see. And then you choose one. Now the brushes that Artrage takes in, they need to be 8-bit depth and RGB colorized, or they won't work. We just do that, click the one we want, and yay, we got a new brush. Okay, really quick, the review on. Not really a review, but just to show you some of these brushes that I have. We're going to get it packed together and send them out. If you're on our community at Avant Novus on Facebook, we will have a ton of these. But really quick, again, these are terrain brushes. I'm just going to throw a bunch down right now. I'm finding that the mountains and the product I'm getting from Artrage are vastly superior. And there's also, I have another reason, a Machiavellian reason, to show you guys how to add brushes right now. So we've added some brushes, we go into this, we lock the transparency down, we choose our big old oil tube, we put it down, boom, instant 3 dimensions, everybody's happy. Then if we want to go even more big details, we can use the glitter brush, and we have instantaneous 3D mountains. Let's go ahead and blend that. And again, this is just a really quick demonstration of how to use these brushes. Settings, pull this down to about 3%. That, let's 10 and 2. Then you just go in, rough out some of the details real quick. Yay, everyone's happy. Happy. Okay, so that's how you install brushes. That's how you use our alpha brushes. I've put a bunch online at avantnovus.com. Okay, back to more stuff. The main thing I wanted you guys to look at is this little over on. Let me pull up the website. This is called Assetforge. Okay, and my business partner Drew, he found this as a quick way to create meshes for 3D printing, for everything else. And since then, we've kind of made this workflow with it. Again, assetforge.io. I'll leave a link in the comments, etc., so forth. And let me show you what it can do. The reason we're using this so much, nor my horrifically messy desktop, is we found not only can we make simple objects or simple meshes, we can also make dungeons, environments, and everything else kind of really fancy. Okay, so this is basically how it works. There's 2 versions. There's just the regular version and the deluxe version. The deluxe version, I believe, is the one that has, if you want to sell stuff online, that you can. Also, it comes with so much better things. Okay, really quick. So we were playing around with it, and we discovered, hey, we can actually really make a quick little dungeon here off this. And then it got us to thinking, and that, of course, leads to trouble when we start thinking, because we start wanting to do cool stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm just choosing from a library of objects. It's really pretty simple, and it's a really simple interface, but it's really, 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 really powerful. Okay, so I'm just drag and dropping space to move. You can increase the plane on where you put it. Like right now, I want to put it up here, and say I want to put something up here, or if I want to do something under it, I can put it down here, or, et cetera, so forth. The reason why I can't recommend this enough is not only does it come with so many pre-assets, but you have a lot of people creating stuff for this. This is like a tower defense game that someone made with, winter stuff. This is a tavern if you're into that kind of thing, which is good. Furniture, nature kits. You just look them offline, and there's a ton of people that, you can actually do terrain. We're going to explore this a little more thoroughly in some other videos if you guys want. This is just showing you something that I found that is relatively cheap but extremely effective. Again, we're not being promoted by these guys or anything like that. However, it's something that I try to find free stuff for you guys, or stuff that you can use just whatnot. This, however, is paid. It's either $20 or $40 for the deluxe version. And I cannot stress how much I love the deluxe version. Not because there's much different. Well, I don't know if there's much of a difference, but I've been playing with the deluxe version lately, and it's a lot more stable. But check it out. You can upgrade it, I believe, but don't take my word for it. But yeah, you can make villages and stuff like that. Now, what we've done is, last night I actually, let's see if this works. It'll be awkward. Okay, I actually sat down and in about 45 minutes made me a quick little, desert map. Okay, it starts out here, and we have a bunch of little things, and, look, there's tents and, some boxes of stuff. Then we have this big old scary looking building. Well, the thing about ye old scary looking building is I've gone in, and just by placing these tiles down, I've created this large kind of crazy little dungeon feature. There's a little glitching right here because of the textures. Okay, now not only does it have pre-rendered assets, let's say this is like really deserty, and let's say I didn't want it to kind of feel deserty, I can go in here and I can just click on the little paint roller. Then you can go to bricks or textures and such, and I can change out the textures on some of these so that they actually start resembling bricks. Or if I'm feeling like something else, and it's just a single touch. Now, this might seem that's cool and all, but once we have this done, you can export this as a 3D object. Like, let's close that off. I'll show you. Don't save that. We'll get into this later. Once you have something like this, you can generate this, and then this is just the standard 3D builder for Windows that anybody and their uncle can use. It's on every Windows computer, but if you notice there, I have the, ignore the little repair it, that's just standard. You just can put it in here. Let's edit this correctly. Click on model, rotate it so it's right way up. And then if you're in like a game or anything like that, you actually have a 3D models that your friends can play with, and the textures are automatically added into the file. And that might not seem like much, but if you're into 3D modeling, that is a pain in the butt. And Restream just adds it. It adds 2 files onto your desktop. Like this is the file for the live stream. This is the MTL file, the material file for this software. Okay, well, we don't have to stop it there. I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm working on a way to add it into like Fantasy Grounds or Roll20, or just import it into Tabletop Simulator. Just get a mode so anybody can just throw their models they make. But something else we've been doing, let me just close these off. No, we don't want to save. Is that showing you guys all the dirty secrets on my desktop? Okay. I've been fooling around with Blender recently. And Blender is an open source software. Let's see if I have a recent one. I believe it's this one. I've been able to instantly import the same map into Blender. Well, what does that mean? It means that I can automatically create real-time lighting effects, triggers, and everything else. And it took me about a week to learn Blender. But now, as you guys can see, I can create a realistic dungeon. I can move the camera and take images of it, and I now have a fully compatible dungeon with Blender, with Windows. You can import it to different things, and that is all with Assetforge. I know this is kind of quick and crazy video, but now I'm going to close this now, don't save it. But this is the kind of renderings I'm getting from it. Handouts for player characters, handouts for other people, just little things like this that helps your games or helps your creativity go a long way. And again, that's with Assetforge. And again, I'm going to pull up Assetforge really quick here. It's going to load all my brushes and thumbnails and stuff like that. In order for me to do that, this is the process. I start to just go to, we're kind of on a dungeon kick. Let's actually go to a different dungeon set. Yeah, let's see this one. This one's cool. We're just going to make a staircase. Maybe, and again, to edit, to move it, you just click, 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 click. Let's say it needs to come down. No, that's good. That's good. We'll keep that there. And let's say there's another area here. Let's just click that in place. And it doesn't really matter if your meshes overlap. Sometimes it's a big no-no, but in this case, for this demonstration, it's not. So we just made kind of a cool little scene. Let's say I need to 3D print this or whatnot, or stick it in Blender. There we go. See what's right there. Okay. And I don't know, let's just throw, I don't know, maybe a well right next to it, just for grins. Okay, so we have our model. Let's go ahead and kind of make with the textures. I don't want it to just be the shade color because I want to use the textures in here, and you can import your own. Let's go with brick, and let's, oh, no, wrong one. And let's go with, all right. Textures kind of, they're not placed correctly right here, but you can actually fix that really easy. Just click on it, click the little icons, and that will redo the texture. And behold, I have a rock stair and everything else and whatnot. Textures look good. I have that. Boom. That's all I needed to do. We're going to file. We're going to export this. And we're going to export it as an OBJ, which is the standard, pretty much is the default, the JPEG of modeling. We're going to export that. And you can put that as during live stream. And it's already going to be exported. Let's go ahead and close that. If it doesn't export, it's going to be really awkward, really fast. Okay, now I just open it up in Windows Viewer, and boom, I have my Cherna dungeon. Let's go ahead and we're at inches. Now, when it says the mesh needs repairing, that means there's a hole. It's not airtight. That's primarily having to do with 3D printing. What 3D Viewer does, the 3D Builder in Windows, it automatically fixes those errors, and I've never had a problem with it. So I'm going to actually click to repair it. This should be fast. Boom, done. This is now watertight. I can either send this to Shapeways to get it 3D printed, go find one of my, my friends who has a 3D printer, use mine that I really need to get out and dust off. And now it's not going to print the textures because I haven't baked a texture onto them. But if I use this in any graphic like Newgrounds or like Tabletop Simulator, I automatically have something that fast. I am going to get a process on how you put it into Tabletop Simulator. It's kind of grouchy with OBJs, so I'll make another video a little bit later once I figure that out. But again, this is something we found. It's a great way to do this. It's a really quick and dirty way to get assets, but it is an immensely powerful and immensely very well done program that we just kind of stumbled upon. Something else that, let me see if I still have this. Some documents. It might be this one. Yep, definitely not that one. It's not that one either. Yeah, I'll find it later. But we've been able to create airships and vehicles and a bunch of other stuff into that. Highly recommend you check it out. It's an amazing little tool. We're using it in ZBrush. We're using it in Blender. We've been playing around with it in the Unreal 4 engine. And it's simple. It's easy to use. It's fun to use. You're not spending like 2 days coding or exporting craziness. It's just boom, 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 boom. It's done. It's ready to go. So Assetforge. Really like it. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. The author of it has some websites that he sells asset packs that are even better than what it comes with. Highly recommend those. Yeah, check it out. We'll do some more on that if you guys like it. Also, here's the. I'll show it later, but that little I might post it on later. We can use that model in Flowscape, a piece of software that we had taken a look at a while back, and we can add that into Flowscape, and then we have a real-time rendering engine as well. So for the price of like, I don't know, between $19 and $30, you can pretty much have your own game tiles or anything else, or interact with anything in a 3D environment that you control your lighting, and you don't have to spend, you know, the couple months I've been in Blender and Unreal and Unity and stuff like that. And again, that's what we're about here at Avant Novus. We want you guys to be able to create anything you want, give you the tools to do it very effectively, but at the same time without much money, because there's not much going on and the world's crazy. I would like to say thank you to everybody. Again, brushes are at avantnovus.com. Scroll down to the bottom, you'll see those brushes. Stay tuned on our channel and our community channel. I will be, we're actually doing some additional dungeon tiles, making dungeon tiles and stuff like that. We're doing that kind of a different way. I'd like to do some videos showing you how to do that in ZBrush, and then how you do that in Photoshop, and then how to have dungeon tiles on the paper and also 3D printed. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. You're all wonderful, and have a great day.